Good day. My name is Peter Rony and I live in Blacksburg, Virginia. The title of this YouTube video is My Amazing Negotiating Team. I am creating this video to make a rather important and obvious point. I was a associate professor of chemical engineering in my early years in 1970. I had many responsibilities, for example, teaching traditional chemical engineering courses, pursuing research funding from federal agencies, supervising master's candidates on their research projects, participating in departmental meetings and decisions, and so forth. Most of these responsibilities took precedence over my time spent writing laboratory textbooks. So it is entirely possible, and I have no recollection that Larson was present, and maybe I wasn't at one or more of the negotiations. Both in May 1974 for a short course and a cooperative agreement with E&L Instruments, and also maybe for translations. So, the owner of the museum depicts himself as a mastermind, and perhaps the mastermind of three masterminds. All this is nonsense, but I need to remind you of how I participated in the negotiation. And I will mention my amazing negotiating team, and let me introduce them to you. There are, let's see, 5 of them. And here is my team. This is not the type of team that you expect, but my team were my 5 bug books and also my initial workbook. They spoke for me in any negotiations. And I publicly apologize for not thanking them in the 1970s. They really made a difference in promoting my 6 bug books. So I apologize, guys and gals. I stumbled on a Wikipedia story, and I have a screen capture. The story is called Bug Book Historical Computer Museum. And here is the screen capture from the story, and here is my response. Well, I consider the paragraph above to be an example of bait and switch propaganda. If you don't know what that is, I refer you to the following URL, YouTube URL, which I created very early this September 17th morning. Let me show you a couple of slides. Well, the quote from the Wikipedia article that I showed you 2 slides ago was from a July 1st, 2015 update of the Wikipedia story. And here are the contents of that story. Take a good look at item 2. And here is the offending paragraph. I'm showing it for the second time. And I took umbrage about the use of the word team and the statement that I typed all the manuscripts. My questions: were we really a team? No, we were a team only when we co-taught courses. So you make a big deal that I typed all of the manuscripts. Are you implying that I was just a secretary? Well, let me update you about the Wikipedia story. Here it is yesterday, September 16th. Look at item 2. There's no bug books. Gone. Removed yesterday. Isn't that interesting? So, probably a week or so ago, I pointed out the offending paragraph. The curator got the message and removed it. Blessed be the curator. And here is really what is occurring with the Floyd County Museum and its associated blogs and YouTube videos and internet stories and also internet audios. We have an example of bait and switch. So what does that mean? Well, let's look at the title of the museum. Bug Book Historical Computer Museum. Bug book and historical are two words. That's the bait. And the switch is, well, the curator isn't really interested in bug book history. He wants to promote the Blacksburg group. So he switches to it. And then he wants to promote the Blacksburg Continuing Education series. He transitions to that. And finally, he wants to pat himself on the back as one of several masterminds who were responsible for the creation of 75 books. I think I've said enough, and this is an important slide, and owner David will probably see it repeatedly. Thank you for listening to this YouTube video, and good day.